Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is JT from Above and Below the Belt. I want to talk about an interview that with Mikey Garcia, and he was talking about the fight with Errol Spence and the future fights that he's gonna be in the ring with, or whoever he's gonna fight next, whatever he's talking about. But he ain't naming no names. But the name that came up was Denny Garcia. But this get back to where I was talking about him and Errol Spence. He said he think that was because of the weight, and you know what I'm saying, and getting ready for the fight, you know what I'm saying, it was too soon, and that's the reason why he said he didn't give Errol Spence the that wasn't a better matchup for him because of the, you know what I'm saying, the workout, and it was too soon and stuff like that. I probably wouldn't disagree with him with that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? We'll never know. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, it's just because of what Errol Spence did more than what Mike Garcia didn't do or did. It's because of what Errol Spence did. He changed up his fighting style, and I don't think he was prepared for that style. You know what I'm saying? And if he would have came in with that aggressive style that he usually come in with, you know, he usually fight his opponents with, you know, one thing is it probably would have been a little bit different. But I think it still would have been the same outcome, would have been him winning. Because I remember I hit it 40, I think I hit it 40, 60 or something like that. But I was even wrong. It was even, definitely after the fight, it was like more 10, 90. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, he definitely didn't have a chance. Maybe if he would have came with that style, it probably been a little bit more closer. You know what I'm saying? But and you know, I'm talking about, it was a FightHype.com channel that I was listening to an interview of Mike Garcia, talking about because the weight, and you know what I'm saying, the way he was training and stuff like that, it was just too soon and stuff like that. You know, I'm not saying he was trying to make excuses and stuff like that. I don't know. It depends on if you like Mike Garcia, you don't. You know what I'm saying? You know, but it's, you know, but the outcome was Errol Spence was just a better fighter. I mean, I know he was the bigger fighter, but he didn't use his size to. I mean, he used his reach, but he really didn't use his size to really, you know, to win that fight. It was the skills. You know what I'm saying? People, you know, I don't know why people don't get that, because some people don't like Errol Spence Jr. because he fought Mikey Garcia, but Mike Garcia came up on that weight and he asked for Errol Spence. Errol Spence would never called out Mike Garcia at 140 or 135. Just like with Demetrius Andres called out Errol Spence, and Jerry Hurt called out Errol Spence, and Canelo Alvarez called out Errol Spence. They called out a little guy to come up to fight them. That's what I got a problem with. And y'all got plenty of fishes in y'all division, and y'all should be fighting people in y'all division. That makes that's you know what I'm saying. They not calling out Canelo Alvarez, not calling out Charlo and Demetrius Andrade, and those two is calling out Canelo Alvarez. I know I'm getting off the subject, but I'm just saying. Then Jerry Hurd, you know what I'm saying. Jamel Charlo was calling him out, and he never got to that fight. That fight, I don't know what's going to ever happen or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because Julian Williams intercept that. You know what I'm saying? So. But at the same time, Mike Garcia, man, he's somebody's next opponent. He said he wanted to stay at 147, but it's like he might go down to 140, because I think Errol Spence a little bit in the sense, and not just Errol Spence, but Mike Garcia, daddy, and his brother Robert Garcia is really talking to him, which he should have listened to in the first place. I mean, some people said the fight between him and Errol Spence was stupid, because of the outcome of it. You know what I'm saying? Not some people were saying that before the fight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I wasn't saying that. I was just saying that it really don't make no sense. You should fight. You could have fought Denny Garcia first. I think that fight would have been more of a toss up in a sense. I mean, Denny Garcia might be stronger, but it's not so much about the stronger fighter. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the skills. I think Mike Garcia is a very skilled fighter than Denny Garcia. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. And that's a fight that he could probably win. I don't think that Denny Garcia can switch up his style like Errol Spence did. I think he knows one way, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And that's his style, Denny Garcia. I'm talking about. And Mike Garcia, man, like I say, I think he have a better chance of winning that fight. You know what I'm saying? Even before he fought Errol Spence, I would say. I mean, I know Danny Garcia, like I say, is stronger, but like I say, being strong don't mean that you can win a fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't know Mike Garcia knocking him down because knock him out. He could probably knock down Danny Garcia, but knock him out, I don't think he can do that. You know what I'm saying? I think Danny Garcia can probably can knock down Mikey Garcia, but if Errol Spence didn't do it, I don't think Danny Garcia could probably do it. But they are two different fighters too at the same time, two different styles too. I would definitely say that. You never know, but we'll definitely see if this fight come to fruition, whatever. But one thing is, I think Errol Spence and Robert Garcia and Mike Garcia daddy is he's really listening to two of them. I mean, his brother Robert and his daddy, and what Errol Spence did to him. You know what I'm saying? Because at first he was, and then by what he said about in the interview, he said that would be a good fight. He said, "I'm not thinking about fighting Danny Garcia." He said, "If Danny Garcia haven't came to him, but let me tell you this: if you really want that fight made, Mikey Garcia, and the thing about it is, it can happen if you pursue it, because you pursue Errol Spence. I don't think that Danny Garcia could do the things that what Errol Spence did to you, Mike Garcia. You know what I'm saying? If you want that fight, it can happen. Danny Garcia definitely take that fight. And that'd be a big money fight for both of y'all. Why would he not take that fight? You know what I'm saying? And I know I don't know if Mike Garcia telling the truth or not, but he's not a man to be known to be lying about. He don't know about he ain't had no offers and they never sat down or whatever. No discussions at all about the fight. But I don't know. But that fight will be an interesting fight. And some people saying that Danny Garcia will knock out Mike Garcia. I don't know about that. It's a possibility it can happen, but I don't know. Mike Garcia he's a tough guy. You know what I'm saying? He took Errol Spence blows, but Errol Spence didn't come with that aggressive style. It probably would have been a different outcome. He probably could have knocked out Mike Garcia, but Mike Garcia wasn't throwing too many punches because he's not trying to get knocked out. He was trying to just go to the 12th, and that was just it. And so he could just survive. He was in survival mode. And if you're in survival mode, then you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be hard to knock out anybody. Look at what Adrian Broner with Mike Garcia. He was in survival mode, and even when Adrian Broner fighting Manny Pacquiao, because Adrian Broner's not known for throwing his hand. He throws his hands in certain situations, in certain times when he needs to throw his hands, but he don't throw his hands a lot. I don't know if it's he don't want to. His stamina. Do he have a stamina problem? Whatever. I think Adrian Broner came up to a weight class that he don't belong in. That's what it looked like to me at the same time. But the thing about it is, like I say, this is a fight that maybe might happen. But one thing is, Mike Garcia got a lot on his. He got a lot of people he could fight. And even though he got one loss, that don't mean that determine his one loss don't really mean nothing at the same time. He can still become number one pound for pound, number one in the world if he fight. Well, if he fight Terrence Crawford, if he would have beat Errol Spence, he probably could have. He could have been number one pound for pound, number one. That because Errol Spence, that depends on the person. But if he would have beat Errol Spence, I probably would have put him number one pound for pound, number one. You know what I'm saying? But if he would just fight Danny Garcia and then fold, and it depends on the outcome of that fight and how he do in that fight. If he did really well, because I know it's going to be a competitive fight anyway. It's going to be a competitive fight anyway. I don't think Mike Garcia is going to blow Danny Garcia out. That's just you delusional. And Danny Garcia, I don't think that Danny Garcia is going to blow Mike Garcia out. That's just it's going to be a competitive round for round. You know what I'm saying? Do I see somebody get knocked out? You never know. I don't know. But I think more likely it's going to go 12 rounds if they do fight. If it does happen. I would like to see that fight, even though it ain't no belts involved and nothing like that, but it's Puerto Rico versus Mexico. Puerto Rico versus Mexico. Puerto Rican versus Mexican, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So Excuse me. But at the same time, man, I think that Mikey Garcia is really thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to get he don't want to get in the matchup style like when he was in with Errol Spence. But he got to understand that Danny Garcia is not like Errol Spence. Two different fighting styles, two different people, of course, at the same time. And if he go down, he need to fight either with 140. Who's at 140? Progress. Who his name is? Progress. I forgot dude's name. I apologize for I forgot his name. But he could fight him, or he could fight Carmi. You know what I'm saying? But Carmi, I think might fight Teofimo Lopez. But we'll see. But if he go down at 140, that means that if he go down at 140, I don't think he's going to fight at 147 again. That's why I believe that. Mike Garcia. I don't think he's going to fight at 147 again if he go down at 140. That's what I believe. But if he fight at 147, that means that he still think that he can compete with the people at 147. You know what I'm saying? Start off small, then and see, then work your way up. Don't start off big and then work your way down like he's doing. But he probably needed that setback and needed a reality change, which Errol Spence did to him, and we're definitely gonna see. And then with Robert and his daddy's talking to him, and he's definitely in his. They are definitely in his ear. They telling him somewhat it was a good fight. But even Mike Garcia said that Robert Garcia, his brother told him, Danny Garcia is a good fight for you. They didn't want him to fight Errol Spence. They knew that fight was gonna be difficult, tough, even with that aggressive style that he come in with. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, man, what y'all think about what he's talking about? You know what I'm saying? Do you think he should still fight at 147? Do you think he need to go down to 140? Do you think if he go down to 140, do you think he's going to go back to 147? Do you think if he fight at 147, do you think he's going to go back down to 140 or 135 again? You know what I'm saying? So, do you think Danny Garcia fight will be next for him, or who you think is going to be next for him? You know what I'm saying? So leave a comment at the bottom of my page, subscribe to my page, like my page, hit the notification bell for new videos from me. This is JT from Above and Below the Belt. All right, bye.